Advent of Code 2025, day 11, Reactor. So basically, I'm gonna get. We got a series of machines, and the machines have like one-way connections. So like, and we're gonna get a map of those. So like, A goes to U and to H. So like, here's H. H can go to CCC, FFF, and III. But like, if I look at CCC, there's no loop. There's no back to H. So these are one-way directional. And so we need to count how many different paths there are to go from U to out. We'll grab this. Let's see. I guess that's good. We'll come back here. Okay, we'll jump in over here and we'll use the GenDay script for day 11. I explained exactly how this works in day 1, but basically it pulls me some stuff, makes some stub files, and pulls my input for me. So we'll grab that there. We'll check out the input. Unsurprisingly, much longer. Some of them get long, but not like super long. Although, I mean, that could be a lot. We might run into size issues. It is day 11. Let's go ahead and check it out. So what are we going to do? We need to parse. I'm going to put this up to the side so I can see it. I'll try to remember to take it down later. We need to make like a map, right? So node map equals like that. So we'll do for line in lines. Node outs equals, let's see, what's the best way to do this? Let's do line dot split. Make this splat like that. So it's going to split on white space. So we're going to get the node, but with a colon at the end, and then we're going to have all the rest of them as outs. So we can say node map sub node strip of colon, get rid of that colon. It's equal to outs. I mean, that might be it. We're done with our map. So now that we've parsed everything, we have everything. If we give it a node, we know which nodes can come next, right? And so what I'm going to want is we're going to use recursion here. It's kind of like equivalent of doing a depth first search. And we're going to make a function that takes in 2 nodes and counts the things between them. So we'll say like def count paths start end. And we're just going to get the, let's see, start and end are going to be string. This will be an int. And so if start is equal to end, like if we're at the place where we've reached the thing, return 1. Now, otherwise, we're going to loop over all of node map sub starts and call count paths from that one to end. So we can do, let's do like n for n in node map sub start, like that. That's all our things. And so we can do count paths, and the new start is going to be n, and the end is going to still be end. And now we just need to sum this up. So we'll do return sum like that. Maybe. Okay. So part 1 is going to be count paths from U out. Let's give it a try. This I don't know. This might have some issues, but let's give it a try. UV run day 11 example. I don't know what the answer is. 5. These are all paths. What? They're 5 different paths. Sweet. Okay, let's try it. Let's see it. Let's see if it's too slow. It wasn't slow at all. 539. Day 11 has me scared. Let's go read part 2. Okay, so now in this one we have to start at SVR and we have to get to out. But we have to pass through DAC and FFT, and it doesn't matter which order. And that's basically it. They give us a new example here, which it's always annoying. I like when they give us the same example, but so this time there's 2 paths from server to out that pass through both DAC and FFT. So like this one doesn't count, no DAC. This one doesn't. These 2 count, no FFT. And so that's the challenge. I've been assuming from part 1 that there are no loops, because if there had been a loop, at least between U and out, if there was a loop, we would have been stuck forever. So I'm just going to keep assuming that, and if we get stuck forever, then we can go look for loops and do loop detection. But until we get there, we won't get there. So let's come back up here. Let's see. We should be able to figure out, like, by definition, you can't go from DAC to FFT and FFT to DAC, because if you do, you'll be in a loop. So we need to figure out which one is first. So we can let's do a breakpoint right here. I'm going to go ahead and create ex2.text and paste this in. We got to work with that. So if we do uv run day 11 ex2, we get an error already. There's no u. ex2 doesn't even have a u. That's so annoying. I hate when they do this. Okay. So I guess we're gonna just comment out part 1 for now, and run part 2. Part 1 is not defined. We will comment u out as well, and we'll quickly run. Okay, so now we have here. So we can do count paths from FFT to DAC, and there's a key error out. What could that? Okay, we need to be able. Oh, when we get to out, because we get to out eventually. Yeah, I guess we get to out, and out doesn't have a thing. So what we want to do here is we want to say node map.get start, comma, and give it an empty list. So if there's basically we try to get something, but if it's not in the map, then we just return an empty list. So that should fix that. Let's try this again. Count paths DAC FFT 0. So hopefully I can get from FFT to DAC 1. There's one path. So cool. So that works. So what we want to do then is we're going to check for that. We will sum down here and we will say down here in part 2, if count paths DAC FFT is equal to 0, we'll say like first second is equal to FFT comma DAC. Else first second equals to DAC FFT. Now, if we're going to count all the paths from A to B to C, we can those are independent of each other. So we can say how many paths are from A to B and how many paths are from B to C, and we just multiply those together. Because there's 2 ways to get from A to B, and there's 100 ways to get from B to C. Well, then we can do the first way from A to B, and then all 100 of those, or the second way from A to B, and all 100 of those. So what we can do is count paths from SVR to first. Oh, not first. Times count paths from first comma second times count paths from second comma out. And we may have just solved. Let's quit here and try running again. 2, that was what we expected to get. Ooh, it's taking a while. Hope it's not getting too stuck. I imagine they wanted to make this one kind of big. And I feel like this should work. But I don't know, it's taking a minute. We might have a loop. We might have something we need to go look into. Well, I'm going to pause the video and let this run for a minute. But it feels too long to me, so we might have a mistake. Oh, I have a thought. Okay, hold on. Okay, every time we call count paths, if we call it with like A to B, we might have to like try to do that like hundreds of times, and we're gonna have this huge thing. So what we can do is we can do from functools import cache, and we can decorate that, and let's see if that makes it better. that makes it instant. Let's see if we have an answer. Amazing. I have to actually run and go do something for a second, but I will be back to do it with Claude shortly. All right, let's take a look at Claude here. Claude, and we will AOC11. And let's see how he does. I found this much easier than day 10. Claude went down some, I don't want to say problematic, because really, I think he tried to go with something that would have worked at first, but then backed off because of packages. But anyway, we'll see what Claude does. So he's getting the challenge, getting the input, can see it's already been solved, smart enough to just see that the example is there, understands the problem, count all paths there, count paths there, okay. Straight to writing a solution. Got part 1, part 2 is 0 because we didn't have, okay, yeah. And then got 2 as expected, runs on the real input. Wow, that was fast, Claude. That was very fast. Very curious to see how Claude handles it. 42 seconds to just nail day 11. Let's check out Claude here. So we're gonna open up you, we're going to split you to the right so that the thing that you all are looking at is not under my face. Let's see what we got. So it uses cache as well, the same imports as me. It's going to read in the stuff. It's going to create a graph. I called my node map. It called it graph. It split on the colon, but sure. And then it splits the graph. That works. And then it is going to have a count paths function. If the node equals out, it returns 1. If it's not in the graph, it returns 0. Otherwise, it returns the sum of all the next things. Looks just like mine, except, so count path u, it goes, it doesn't have to, how does it know it's trying to get to out? Oh, if node equals out. So that's the path. Okay, so it's hard coded in the destination here. So now, okay, so it did not do, it is literally just hard code, like basically just keeping track with a visited mask. So it's going to start with a 0 saying it hasn't visited anything. If it hits DAC or FFT, it's going to set this mask. If it reaches out and it returns 1 if visited mask is 3, which is basically 1 and 2, or else it returns 0 because it's not a valid solution. Okay, that works, Claude. Nicely done. All right. I'm going to get this out tonight, which means I'll be back on track for the finale tomorrow. Hopefully I can do it tomorrow morning before work. So thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you then.